Well, good afternoon on a very delayed flight today, folks. Sorry about that. Uh, Things kind of came up really at the last moment with that, and timing began to be an issue. So I thought the best thing would be to make sure to make myself available if we needed to get the dog out of doggy care, because he's a big dog and he needs his, running room, and our little yard is, well, about the size of most people's living room. So for him, at 135 to 145 pounds, depending on the day you weigh him, he needs the extra room. So anyway, we are going to La Palma. We're going to get this girl up and running quick, flying for well, what is it, Portuguese? Hang on, let's look back outside real quick, get our bearings. Tap Portugal. So going down to the island of La Palma, Madeiras. A lot of y'all love these approaches. This is a more challenging approach. It would help if I hit the right buttons. And let's see, are we available yet? It looks like we are. All right, so let's get this checklist going. I've got a point where I'm going to break from it, and then we'll do the pre-flight, and then we'll go. And it's going to be we're going to keep moving. So I hope you all have had a great day, but I won't hesitate to say exclamation mark ticket. Folks, last two flights, today, tomorrow. Tomorrow's flight is the last flight, and that's when we're going to give away the gift card. So exclamation ticket today. If you're here tomorrow, exclamation mark ticket again. Get yourself in the running. We'll draw it, and good luck to you. So let's keep going here. So the APU's up and rocking. Cockpit lights are on. Flap levers are matching. Let's see, we're 0 and 0. Speed brakes down, parking brake set, and radar is off. Radios are on, and the transponders on, and we're coming online right now. TAP. I forgot my call sign already, folks. That's never a good start to a flight. 241. Actually, I hear it all the time on the radio from the crews that come in and out of our airport. I don't know how they keep it straight. I know they put a little note up there prompting them, but anyway. Or in some aircraft, it's right on the FMC. Okay, so everything is online. We'll check back to see if anyone came up. And no, folks, the delay was not so I didn't have to go with ATC out here. I was ready to go, but hang on a second. Someone must be taxiing here. All right. All right, so we've got the flap lever, speed brakes, probe heat. Right above your APU, everything looks in auto. Probe heat, air, blah, 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 blah. Slow down, Mike, slow down. APU bleed is on. Got a heavy load, so we'll go high on the pack flow. Set our temperatures real quick. Up. And finally, cross bleed and gens cross bleed. This valve looks good. Cross gens are 1 and 2 in fault. There and there. And the ventilation panel, all good. All right, one last check I like to do, CVR. So, that's a good test. Check in with the attendants behind us. Mechanic, all good. All right, and finally, we'll start the alignment. Technically, I should wait to make sure each of these go to on-bat, but kind of kicking it on. Okay, the on-bat came on. Started the alignment in 7 minutes. The door left open is main cabin. Alright, let's see. Strobe lights are set. Nav lights, let's see. Strobe, navs, seat belts, we're going to go ahead and kick those on. Smoking lights already been turned on, so no smoking is allowed. And we've done our checks there. We're in auto. And finally, pack flow set. Few pumps. Sucker. And we've done our fire checks. You saw those as we came in. Radio B. Radios 1 and 2. Bam and bam. Good to go. And not all C's I like. Get that one. Unicom. Reason we do that, folks, this is the frequency we transmit on. If you were to see your oh, what am I thinking? X-Pilot, your how you connect to VATSIM, whatever the program is, look up there your COM1 primary should be 122.8. Whatever your COM2 is fine. 9 out of 10 times they don't connect, but they do. Okay, the receive side does, but the transmit doesn't. Okay, and it's pre-flight time, folks. All right, and let's make sure. Yep, that is good. Then we get the FMC loaded up. Right now, real quickly getting our flight sets low. I was gonna say, I thought they had tap in here. Alright, there we go. It's as far as so. Today's flight takes us to Philadelphia, welcome in with another I-ticket. Where's my list? Where? It's gotta get you marked down for it. Alright, we got you down, sir. Welcome aboard. Love having you on each and every flight, even though I know we're just kind of giving away stuff here, but glad to still have you aboard. And hang on a second, got a routing in. So we get the A cars already up and going. Yeah, you're hearing some of the pre-brief now, folks. Turn that off, start the flight, and guess what? That means we won't forget it. All right, so we got that set up. We're flying for Mac Air, folks. Folks, great bunch of people. Check them out. here's a link. Just about any airplane you want to fly, they have, and they have schedules if they have such things out there. I know the GA don't. They also have 4 divisions. You start off in open, and you're welcome day 1 to apply to charter, cargo, historic. What's your flavor? Those are your 4. And if you're into professional, which means you're going to fly with a instructor and check rides and all of that good stuff, they actually have a division for that, more tuned GA, but check them out, folks. Gave you the link. Great bunch. Been with them, I think, nearly 5 years now, so great bunch. Love flying for them. And they are in they're trying to, I'm not going to say come into this century because they're long into this century, but they're updating and tweaking some areas, both of the website and their software, so really seeing what comes out. All right, I promised you a pre-flight, and then we're going to light this firecracker and go. Don't expect the normal long drawn out one. We're going to just kind of try to keep it down and dirty. We can get out of here quicker. Sim Toolkit allows us to do that. Real quick, weather here in Portugal. That's right, we're in Lisbon. 310 at 16. Got a nice little brisk crosswind to deal with. Couple pesky clouds at 2000 and a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. You all elsewhere in the world, you know what that temperature is. For us, it's in the 60s somewhere in the Fahrenheit world. 1014, that's a standard pressure day, pretty much. So, beautiful day here on the Atlantic side, just before you turn into the Med. So, beautiful destination for vacations. I know a lot of people do them, as is our arrival point, La Palma, down at Madeira's Island. 350 degrees at 6 for the wind. It's a little variable. Folks, it's 23 degrees Celsius. Oh, that is just beautiful weather. Now, granted, nighttime there this hour, but you know, we've got the clock set here so we can fly daylight. So, all right, so there's our weather report. Load out for today. Oh, that's hit the right button there, Cap. Hit that button. Alright, so we got 181 people. They've signed their NDAs, so they can't complain too much about the flight. Well, to anyone other than me. 39,800 pounds is the payload. And they're going to put 16,000, well, we are 16,008. Sorry, it's, I think said it's 17,000 or close to it, but the required was 16.7. Cruise index or cost index takes in the weather, how the airline is running flights that day and so forth. It comes up with a number, or they go with their standard. Today, SimBrief gave us 30 and 37,000 to. So we got a good flight ahead. Looks like good weather ahead. Real quick, you can see about half the flight there. Gonna take off runway 2. See over here, it's 12,160 foot runway. What else do we got? It's a little bit of slope on it, and just, you know, gonna be a nice long runway. So maybe a flex takeoff. I don't know yet. We'll see. And still not showing ATC in here. Right, and real quick, here is NavGraph, which I've added to here, showing you the departure that we're going to be at GANSU 6 November. Quick up at the top gives you the frequency, the elevation, and the requirements. Pay attention, folks. Pay attention on the chart when you're up to the transition altitudes, or in VATSIM ATISes, because they're not like the U.S., they're not like the North American continent where everything's 18,000 feet. Europe, country, sometimes every airport has a different transition altitude. So very much pay attention to it, because it will catch you off guard, especially in these aircraft where it's simple to just click standard and set a new pressure, you know, from the standard of 2992, 1013. So pay attention to that. Change, it's unbelievable. But to flying in a different place than normal. There's the requirements below: RNAV, GNS, MEIRU, which is what we have. After takeoff, contact Lisbon approach. Passing 1000 even tells you just to mention call sign of passing altitude. Lisbon, you can kind of gather, is a busy airport. Okay, again, I told you we're on the GANSU, 6 November, off runway 2. Always make sure your runway, if it is specified, is correct. And then the procedure is right down here. Climb straight at or above 2,000 feet. Right turn to Papa Tango 6 fix at or above 3,000. Manor to GANSU, where we got to be above 6 and crossing it. Folks, this is all noise abatement. So there's our departure. So let's get after it and right back after the. All right, those of you that are still with us, we're going to continue the checklist here, and they're just going to have to pick up into it. I don't like doing that a lot, especially when I'm working with the McDo. So we'll kind of drag our feet a little bit. We got about a minute and a half, but what that does allow me to do, though, is to say thank you to those that can hear my voice. Folks, the reason you're hearing it is because you subscribe to the channel. Part of that money goes in to make it ad-free, and that's how you're getting away. That is one of the big perks of subscriptions to Twitch streams. Doesn't work so much with YouTube, just so you know, because I'm a member of a couple and I still get commercials. So, but anyway, folks, I want to just say thank you. It's Viewer Appreciation Month, even more so this month. We just got paid a couple days ago from all of you, so thank you so much. And like I said, we'll be back in 30 seconds to pick up. We'll just hold and then we'll get this thing rolling. So, I got one more ad showing on my computer at 30 seconds, so we'll give it that just to be safe. But again, thank you all. Folks, it's the subscribers, the followers, everybody that just keeps flying with Mike alive here and running, and I do thank you so much. So, folks, welcome back from the ad. Thank you for your support with the channel. It is Viewer Appreciation Month, and what we're out here, that's what this whole month's about you all. You're the ones that made us a affiliate 2 years ago. And like I've said it many a times, when Hawker 125 hit me up to stream, oh, somebody was sitting right on top of us. Are you for real? Good Lord. That's what, oh well, anyway, we thank you so much, and sorry about that interruption. Okay, let's get back to getting this plane in the air because I want to be up in about 10 minutes. So we're at the point where we're programming the FMC, and I know this is where a lot of people wanted to go. I was actually going to do this in the break, but I thought, you know what, let's do this now and get going. Okay, so confirm your engines and your dates. Everything looks good there. We just updated, where are we date-wise today? Week ago. So, got a little bit of time and everything else looks good. Go to the init page. got a couple of ways of doing this. You can go to data, function, function again, and you can request it this way, or simply go to the init page and click init request. Give it a couple seconds. It's got to filter in, and what it's doing, it's pulling from your flight plan. So if you've got a SimBrief account out there, you can tie that in via the program up here in plugins, and it'll actually pull the latest flight you have there into here, the performance and your entire flight. So this flight will be showing us from Lisbon to Madeiras, to somewhere down in the Galapagos. Forgot the GCFV, so that's even in here. So you could program this all the way. We're going to just confirm to Madeiras, and then if we have to go, then we'll worry about it. Okay, put in a cost index of 39. I'm not going to worry about it with the extra fuel. We'll look at the IRS for our position real quick. And if you'll pardon me, I'm going to do that here on... Actually, this is not going to be the easiest way. Hang on, I'm going to fire up another program. It's just the desktop version of the NavGraph charts. That's a payware item, by the way. And pull up the parking chart. Okay, and we are in, I believe it is stand 116. Okay, well, you have to pardon my voice. Oh, that cough took a lot out of me. No, it's my allergies. So, pardon me for that, folks. Did not mean to cough in your ears. Oh, man, I hate when I do that. All right, 116. We'll need the coordinates of November 3846-2. Oh, we're already aligned. I can't do this. Alright, so we'll just get the winds loaded in. We're just going to do this all the easiest ways possible. Now we're going to head over to our flight plan. And real quick, just put it in. So basically with the McDo, folks, you just click departure. Pick your runway, which is 2, and then your departure, which is GANSU, right? GANSU. 6 November, so it's this one. And there's no transition, so we just click continue, and there it is. And at the same time, we'll check it out, making sure we don't have any discontinuities. Oh, excuse me, folks. I can feel my nose just draining with all these storms around here today. It's never a good thing when there's storms and it's expected to be very close to 100 degrees. Okay, same thing down here at La Palma. However, we're going to have to choose, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up charts real quick. This is the standalone version, or desktop, however you. We're coming off LIDRO. We're on the LIDRO 1 Papa. And it's just very simple, right to Pilm. Okay, now, this is where I like this program here. So we're going to, already got that chart. So let's go back to flights. Here's our airport. We got our arrival, but we need our approach. So let's just select. For runway 5, now there are no ILS approaches here, folks, so we'll just add RNAV Zulu. So we'll click LPMA. And we're going to click erase because I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, excuse me, folks. Go to the arrival page. And we already see RNAV Zulu 5. So we'll click that. And we're on the LIDRO. We'll get, hang on, let me add that real quick. Well, that's weird. Let me try it again. Oh, I wonder what's going on. Oh, well. Anyway, that's the flight where, well, we'll do it this way. Okay, so here's how it looks. Let me try something. Come out of that, go back to flights. Oh wait, I gotta cancel. That's where the problem is. And go to charts. And we're doing the 5 Zulu. Sure it's the right one. Yep. And we'll just pin it down there. Usually you can get it to where it'll put it on. We'll come back to it. Maybe there's a hiccup with that chart and all in there. Who knows? But anyway, so we know we're going to be on the LIDRO 1P. That's what I needed to see. There it is. Film. All right, so as you can see, RNAV coming off film, we know that's correct, and we're on the LIDRO 2 film. So all good, insert. And then we can continue our watch down here.
Lisboa traffic, Portugal 901, Hotel Lima, line up and takeoff, runway 02.
All right, and everything looks good into there. All right, now as I said earlier, it will put the missed approach in. There it is there. The missed approach you can see is this big arc out to Munich. Hold and Munich in there. Then it has LPMA. This is the route to our alternate. Again, you can fill it in just like we did the other. We're not gonna. We're just gonna click F plan, and we're gonna call be done here. Need to get go. Whoop, wrong button. There we go. Next up is our weights. So we'll go back to the init page. Click over. Make sure how I do this, folks. I compare it to my EFB here, weight and balance. Okay, so 37.6, 37.6, I like it. 29.4, I got 29.2, so we'll put 2, whoop, slash 294. There. 16.7.
Lisboa traffic, Portugal 901, Hotel Lima, airborne, runway clear.
Tell you people. Hang on. Let me go up here. I think it's going to compute. There it goes. 16.8. All right. And so there, we've got that set up. Hang on, folks. This is just starting to get ridiculous. Okay, that hopefully will lower the volume on them. All right, so we got our weights. Last up, performance page. Couple of ways you can attack this, and we're going to do it both ways. All right, so we're at Lisboa, which is Lisbon, runway 2. We're not going to do an intersection. I have been doing some research on this, folks, trying to figure out, because what I want to do is do an intersection departure here soon, and I want to be able to program the FMC. I've been told how to do it. I'm just not prepared yet because I don't know distances. So you'd put it here, and in this you'd put it here. So we'll just go with what we got. Now, last thing I want to check here is our current weather. 310-17. Did I say 310, right? No. Outside air temperature is currently, now granted what's outside is different, 19 degrees. Barometric pressure. Oh, I just screwed that up. Easy way to do it. I know it's cheating, but hey, it works. Anti-ice will be off. Takeoff weight, CG, incorrect. We'll go with IV, back to int. That's zero fuel. We'll leave that. Now that I think about it, we would have to go here. 29.6. We'll leave that. Glad I looked. And we'll do both flex and toga. 12,000 foot runway, folks. So we should be ready to go. Compute for a flex. We can go flaps 1, flex at 73, which means we're going to be bringing the engine back a certain amount of temperatures and derating basically the takeoff, meaning we're kind of pulling the power off so it's not ramming it at 100% power. So saving the engine further to its main maintenance. So that's the biggest dollar item on a plane. And one of the most important pieces. They don't work, you fall out of the sky. V1 will be 114 to 150, rotate at 150, V2 152. Gives you everything you need to know here, folks. And that's why I said I can go to toga and check that, and it shows you where along the runway you should be leaving the ground. Just more power here, folks, is what it is. If you were on tool time with Tim Allen, guess what? More power, yes, yes. All right. Like I said, I think we're going to flex this one today. Okay, so again, watch the lines move up as we eat up more runway. All right, so we're going to flex. Okay, so with this data in mind, let us use the performance tool in the McDo. Again, you can go to data, ACARS function, boom, do the same thing there. 1014, wind, 310. And the nice thing is, now that you've got them in there, you can just copy, well, kind of copy, kind of paste. You can also set your contaminant here and your runway run. You know, what do you have? Is it, and you real Airbus pilots, hey, is it runway that we have available? Because like at our airport right now, we have where part of the taxiway to the end of the runway is gone, so they can take off at that intersection. I think it's 7,500 feet. Would I put that in here, or what I lost, which would be 2,500 feet? Wait a minute, that's wrong. Yeah, no. Anyway, you get the point. And folks, if you'll give me a second, I need to assist my wife in getting our granddaughter in the house. I will be right back.
Lisbon transport entry 629, runway 02 vacated.
All right, folks. Dadgummit. Oh. Hang on. My floor mat is 2.5 years old and showing its age. All right, and we're gonna flex. Let me see if I can put that number in here. I always forget how to do this. Okay, and then here. Just making sure everything transferred properly. 145, 140. Whoop, no, we did not. There we go. 148, 148. Okay, things are for the most part about the same. And then we'll insert. All right, and that's it, folks. That's all you got to do. Verify always your transition level matches your flight. And that's it. We're ready to close up and get going. And let me make sure. Oh, I can go to a website. Hang on a second. Let me get that for you as well. When you're in Europe, for sure, Black Box 711 is always usually has the additional information you can put in here for the thrust reduction, acceleration, and engine out acceleration. So for runways 1380 time, second time. Okay. And then engine out 1900. I do not have a clue what the formulas are for this, but he does, and he has a great site. Check it out. He has actually, for those of you in the U.S., quite a few U.S. airports now in there. So check it out there, blackbox.com, airport info charts. Very informative. He is a real bus driver over in the European nations. All right, so what I'm going to do, transfer over to here and get our altimeter set. 10:15 now. Okay. And all right, we're going to do some verifying here. So speed. Oh, wait, we'll start here. Flight director on. Altimeter set. Let's go back to arc. Go to 40. Arc and 40 here. VOR, 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 VOR. Constraints and LS. Landing. This is your landing system. So if we're like ILS, we'll see that down here. RNAV, whatever. But RNAV will not put a frequency out, so don't be expecting one there in La Palma. We'll put this on flight plan. Okay, speed, heading are in managed mode, meaning they're controlled by what the profile has been programmed in your McDo. Initial altitude is going to be all the way up to 37. And anti-skids on. Switching levers, all of them are at the 12 o'clock straight up position. And beacon and transponder are ready to go. We just need to see if we have any controllers. I do not think so. But let's verify. Trust but verify. Okay. In the Lisbon area. I don't see any traffic to, well, let's see what he's doing. And we got one coming around, so. All right, so let's go ahead, get better pushback on the way.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Run to cockpit. Stow is driving up.
All right, we are ready to button her up. Okay, there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm just going to go the easiest and click the attendant button down here. The mechanic will bring up another set. Let me double check before I do. Okay, they're clearing us to clear the accord. Ah, shoot. Okay. Did not mean to do that without taking us off. And the chocks. I should have, and I didn't. Came up here, clicked the external button instead of them yanking it out and, you know.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, so that's on me. That was me that screwed that up. Get the jetway away. Okay. Transponder all the way on. 2000. And let's get the beacon.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Right, stand by, folks. I want to get the sound back up a little bit on X-Pilot, just in case we get pinged. Also want to check the sim itself. Okay, here we go, folks. Beacons on. Lead air's on. Here we go. Brakes off.
Starting pushback. You may start the engine.
Okay, pushing back. See how well we did. No, still took too long. I'm gonna have to work on that, folks. Sorry. My goal was to get us out by 4:30. We're about 4:40. Almost 4:50. Start cranking them. Well, hello, Miss Ella, Miss Junior Co-Pilot. All right, we're going to start engine 2. Valves open. Pressure coming up. And that, folks, is what some of our delay was. A lot of logistical things going on today that weren't planned when this flight was set up. So, like I said, I chose the path that I thought would really help in case it really was needed. But I hope y'all are enjoying, and again, sorry for the delays. And so let's see here, the engine's firing up.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
I'm gonna go outside. The good thing is it will not be super loud. I have found with mine, at least, when I go outside, it's not that loud. So long as when you set your sounds up in here, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me go to sounds. You turn this on, it overrides the sounds of Microsoft. I don't understand it. Who knows? Let's see. I want to disconnect. Got the avail. Let's go with number 1. Okay.
Nose is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
And thanks for flying with Mike. You know what's interesting about better pushback, especially when I get this voice? It sounds like it's actually someone in his office on his speakerphone talking to you. So, but anyway, again, folks, welcome aboard. It's Viewer Appreciation Month! Exclamation mark ticket. Get you in the running for that gift card. We're giving it away next flight, which is tomorrow. Narita to Kai-Tak. If you're not familiar with Kai-Tak, it's the old Hong Kong International Airport. Very famous IGS, I think is what they called it, nicknamed the checkerboard approach. Basically, as you would think by the name, you fly to a checkerboard and you turn for the runway. Granted, at a certain point. Okay, available. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start our elapsed time chrono. All right, let's finish up. Engine mode back to normal. APU bleed off. And ground spoilers to arm. Flaps to 1. Pitch trim. All right, now what I do here, folks, is I'll set this gauge up so I can see what I'm setting. Come down here. And we got up 0.4. So you see right now it says up 0.0. So hey, there we go. Now the other thing I'll do at this point, check my surfaces, because if I don't, I will forget. And it's at a different point in the checklist, but I do it right now while I'm on this page. Okay. Okay, good checks there. We'll select. And engine and wing ice we don't need. APU off. Seatbelts are on. Lights are set for me to go. And go to apps times running, brake check, flight controls, FMA, nav set. Auto brakes max, terrain radar on. And call the purser, cabin ready, takeoff config. We'll go through here in a second. All right. And here is our checklist real quick. Auto brake, signs are on, cabin's ready. Spoilers are flap set for takeoff, and all we got to do is see if the aircraft will pass its very difficult test, and it did. Predictive wind shear is off. Let's go ahead and turn that on. That on. Okay, and we're cleared for taxi. Go down here to Mike 1, cross over to Mike 2, and Mike 3, then Mike 4. Somehow I don't think that's that taxiway, though. Okay. Final checks. Alright, nobody's in the area. And some rain showers are beginning to show up on Simaware.
Portugal 1909, pushing 759.
I think I missed my intersection. I sure did. I'd be going through a bunch of parked airplanes the way it looked on Google. Kind of a interesting layout here. You have Terminal 1, folks, which is where we were. Terminal 2 is right over here, and it's departures only. So, my guess is they either taxi or tow from 1 to 2. And it's just an interesting layout when I see stuff like that. And I'm not saying the authoritative source of Wiki is the most authoritative. So. But for default scenery, folks, I'm not complaining. I heard a lot yesterday watching the stream, but you know what? I don't get into the orthos. I don't get into a lot of adding scenery. I think they do a phenomenal job with what they've got. Now, I did add Atlanta, and I think I've got a piece missing to it. And that's the only thing I don't like is some sceneries require, and folks, it's doesn't matter what sim you're in, it's all of them. They're always missing a piece or two that you've got to find. And I don't know what mine is, or align them correctly in whatever the equivalent of the old scenery config file was. But I'm sorry, I have really no need for the orthos. At 35,000 feet, you don't really see much, folks. So that's my philosophy. Now you all have your own likes and dislikes, and I'm not gonna sit here and badmouth them. So really will tell you though, folks, if you have X-Plane 12, you want a really good, very, do I want to use the word study level? I don't think I understand exactly what people talk about with that, but what I'll equate it to is those of you from the Microsoft world will know PMDG. I don't care if you're in that new one or the old FSX and versions back. And the quality that you got, not quality, innovations in there. I mean, it was as real as you could get a 737 to work in a flight sim. And other aircraft, don't get me wrong. I use that just because it's the only one right now for them. And that is what ToLiss is. And I don't care if you get the 319, you get this 320. I'm sure the 321 is just as amazing in how real it is, folks. It really does. It's so real that I don't want to turn the failures on yet because I don't know where to find how to resolve some of them. I know my basics, keep the plane flying, blah, blah, blah. But beyond that, what's next besides pick up the phone and call dispatch? Oh wait, I am dispatch. I am the pilot. I am the flight engineer. I am the co-pilot. So I call myself. I don't know what you got to do. Just fly it by a wing and a prayer. Hey, it works. So, anyway. So that's why I don't turn them on. Real bus drivers, I get it. You're going to turn them on because you know a lot of the failures that are probably programmed into any of them in here, you'll already know. So, all right, we're at the runway, folks. Let me pull the power back. Do a quick check here, make sure everything's good to go. All right, brake fans are on. No, they weren't. Let's get those on right now. Transponders TARA, engine mode is fine. Runway lights, landing lights, we're ready to go. Lisbon traffic, Air Portugal, 241, departing runway 2. And folks, that's about as much radio traffic you'll get out of me. It's not because I'm scared of the radio. It's all you need. You all can see the plane. And in the real world, folks, that's all you're going to say on Unicom. Now, at a real airport, like Lisbon, yeah, you're going to talk more. But guess what? The controllers aren't here. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, there we go. But the controllers were here, I'll say more. But they're not. Because sometimes, folks, other pilots are trying to talk too. And your 5-minute dissertation on getting from the terminal to the runway doesn't help anyone. Because if it was a tower-controlled airport with an actual tower operator in it, you just recite it back to him. Okay, lights are on. I just need to get the strobes going here. Okay, strobes to on. Auto just means, folks, when my wheels leave the ground and the landing gear struts extend, they turn on. 50%. Okay, 2 green and flex, we're good. Stick forward. And airspeed's climbing. 80 knots.
V1. Rotate. V2.
First officer was slow on the gear. And we'll kick the autopilot.
Gear up.
Thrust climb. And we're on our way. Let's Alright, let's make sure we're still climbing, and we are. And alright, so from here out it's engine ice if needed. Altimeter set at standard at 4,000. and then altitude to cruise, landing lights off at 10. We are now direct. Papa Tango 416. We're at or above 3,000, bringing the flaps up. And again, this entire departure, folks, is primarily noise abatement here in the Lisbon area. Okay, let's make sure we get above 6. We're above transition, standard, and standard. Okay. Radar coming down a little bit. Radar's on, and we're good. I have not downloaded 0.06 yet, folks. When I see B, it kind of makes me a little nervous about it being beta. So I'm going to go watch a couple streams before I do it. Get a sense if it's, you know, how it's actually going. Now, I heard the new clouds are there and all of that, but I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. So probably here after the flight from Tokyo to Kaitak, we'll get it installed. But for now, we're in 05. I'm enjoying this one. It's actually a release version of 05. That's why I'm kind of wanting to kind of hold back till it gets one more notch up. But
10,000.
we'll see. All right, there's 10,000. Start turning lights off. Alright folks, we're on our way, and I've been remiss, I just realized. Oh boy. I love when things start to get slow. Because I never know if it's my sim that causes it, sim and OBS together causing it, or something else. So, but thankfully you all aren't seeing it, so. Alright, so we're accelerated up, climbing again. ETA 1 hour, 30 minutes to La Palma. Watch that now, folks, because it's going to go down as we get higher quickly. Not like you would think, okay, it took us 5 minutes to get up, so 5 minutes from now we, you know, be closer. It'll be more significant than that. All right, we're on our way, folks. And I screwed up the timers again. Dang it. I forgot to get the other timer cleared and started on takeoff. So if this was one of those 10 minutes after departures, well, I wouldn't know. All right, well, folks, we're in the climb. Exclamation mark ticket, folks. That'll get you in the running for a gift card to be given away as we fly from Tokyo to Kaitak tomorrow in a celebration, if you will, of you all, the fans. Of flying with Mike, the viewers, subscribers, followers, those that just pop in, pop out, may or may not say hi, bye, or anything like that. But you know what? Thank you all, because it was you all that made us an affiliate. I was just the one privileged to be behind the mic. So thank you very much. And to all our subscribers, thank you for thank you for coming along, supporting us, so that we were able to get the Fearless, which we're going to fly tomorrow. So that we were able to purchase Atlanta. Seen in a few streams before Viewer Appreciation Month. It'll be back up here really quick, folks. Philadelphia was during this month. We got it through the monies, the proceeds, all that come in from you all. So thank you all so much. Exclamation mark ticket. Get you in the running for it, folks. You got one more flight after this. If you've already got your name in the hat, hey, put it in again if you haven't done it today. It's open to every stream we fly. So, thank you so much, folks. It's just been a pleasure. And believe it or not, it's not next month, but I think it's either September or October when we actually launched Flying with Mike 2020. On the heels about 2 to 3 months earlier of me actually, get ready for this, folks. One, got the new computer, not because of streaming. Well, in a roundabout way, yes. But two, my old computer, I had actually run it out of memory, and I've never done that before. I don't even know how that's possible, but I did. So it was dead. So we got the new computer, and Hawker kept pushing X-Plane. I was on, folks, FSX, and I loved it, folks. It was a great sim. I'm going to hear a bunch of you go, no, it wasn't. It really stunk. Well, you know what? No, it wasn't. It was actually a really good platform. It just took the time for the computer makers to get chipsets and graphic cards up to what was needed. Once you did that, that one I will have to say, the equivalent of ortho in the flight sim world, it helped. But folks, that was a really good sim. And once I got a decent powered sim, which my one prior to it was, oh my gosh, my headaches went away, and I enjoyed flying PMDG on it, LDS 767s. I mean, the gambit that I had. But it came into that problem. So I got the new computer, and I am not a big fan of Microsoft company. Just not a fan of them, and that's why I have been looking for a way out. X-Plane just wasn't to my expectations when I first wanted to bolt, and that was back when FSX released, but not because of FSX. It's because of what Microsoft did to the gaming side of their house, and the way they fired them, that I wanted to say, I don't want any part of this. I don't even want to be associated to them. I was even looking to having everything Microsoft on my computer removed. And that's why, folks, I don't fly that other sim. Because of that kind of practice, I'm not going to support them. So finally, X-Plane took advantage of that lull that Microsoft did for, well, you guys can film, I think it was, what, 12 to 16 years, something like that, before they brought out the new sim in 2020. And I, with the new computer, jumped over to X-Plane. Haven't been back to even looking at Microsoft since. So, you know, hey, I am not going to gig anyone. I'm not going to sit here and badmouth anymore. Folks, y'all, you know, hey, to each their own in the sim world. There are some things out there that, you know, I watch and I listen and I just shake my head at, and just more words I'd like to use than what I have already, and just leave it as it is now. and just cruise on. I'm enjoying X-Plane. Don't have any orthos except that which comes with any airport sceneries I load. And folks, I'm just enjoying great scenery. The clouds with every update are getting better and better. I can't wait to see 06, and can't wait for you all to see them on stream. But where we've gone from the beginning of X-Plane 12 to today is flat out amazing. And things I hear from other people I've never seen occur in X-Plane 12, nor heard of. But then again, things people said about FSX I never seen or never heard of. So, I get it. We all have different systems that react differently to different software. So, but anyway, we're on our way in one of the best airplanes out there, the ToLiss aircraft, folks. I can't say enough about ToLiss. Just phenomenal aircraft. So check them out. I gave you a link for this aircraft, but yeah, just phenomenal. So, well, I'm gonna shut my yak here, keep the climb going as we go through 28,000. See, we're getting ready to go into an ad break, and we'll be back with you here shortly. Thanks for flying with Mike, and exclamation mark ticket to get in the running for that gift card. Alright folks, we're back with you. 30 leveled off 37,000, went down, had a little fun with the granddaughter who's over for the day. Again, completely did out of the blue. Boy, and what was that? Less than 5 minutes has already worn me out. I have got to figure out, as many grandparents out there, how to bottle that energy and sell it and make my million. Alright, so I hope you're enjoying Lisbon to Madeira. It's an island out here in the Atlantic. Big vacation spot for Europeans, I don't know how you say it. So hope you all enjoy as we roll on through. Let's do a quick system check while we're at it here. Real simple. What we're doing is just running through all our systems. Engine, lead, cabin pressure, looking for troubles. There's how the electrics go from the engines into the aircraft and from the battery. The hydraulics. This is the one I want to focus on right now. You notice the imbalance, 5,100 over here, 4,800 over here. Real simple in this plane, actually. Currently, the right side is powering number 2 engine, or fueling number 2 engine. Left side, number 1 engine. But if we turn the cross feed on, they feed together. Okay, so now both sides are feeding each engine. Okay, now to get this to lower quicker, we turn the pumps off over here on the left wing. Get the alarm, and then I like to bounce down, make sure the engines are good. Let's go into ignition like it likes. I always forget that step, folks. Okay, and then we just watch as this shouldn't take more than 5 minutes or so to balance up. If it takes more than 5 minutes, start looking for a different problem than being fuel. And the fuel imbalance occurs because you run on the APU. APU, as you can see, draws from the left side. Okay. While we're here, let's get the cabin set up. Okay, we're getting real close, so let's get up here. And all we're going to do at 48, whatever the two match up to, turn the pumps back on. And then the cross feed. Then I'm going to put us back on fuel. Everything looks pretty well balanced, and continue on. APU is off. Okay, we're showing, well, you know what, let's go up here. We're going to cool it down just a smidge in the cabin. 75 degrees. Now I know some people are going, oh, that would be fantastic. And some were saying it's too warm. And I'm sure there's some saying it's too cold. Hey, status good, no abnormals, and we're good to go, folks. 39 minutes since we started the engines, and rolling on. Looking at about 56 minutes. Now, folks, it has not been almost an hour since we took off. It has only been 30-40 minutes, and we're already 15 minutes. See what I mean? By getting up to altitude, you're getting faster and faster. Of course, that'll adjust as we come down. Top of descent, estimated 267 miles out. So while we're on here, I'm going to be taking a short break again real quick to see the granddaughter. I don't want to miss out, folks. Never want to miss out on the granddaughter. Let's do a quick arrival brief and make sure we're programmed good. Bear with me a second. And again, I'm hoping one day to do this for y'all use the ACARS system, but it's not very well used yet with ATC. Now, Europe seems to, but everyone else doesn't. And, oh well, you know, it is what it is what it is. Okay. Let me bring in charts here. There they are. Again, this is the desktop version you can download, folks. Again, it's just if you already update your sim, your FMSs for all the different aircraft makers, they all do it a little differently. You can tag this on for a little bit more money and be up to date worldwide. Now, if you're just going to fly North America, specifically the United States, hey, SkyVector is your ball and wax. It's free. But if you want worldwide coverage, it's worth it, folks. It really is. So, all right. So I am going to hide this and this, and I'm going to center us. All right. Pull out of it. Okay. So NARTA is ahead. Oh, one other thing that came with the latest update to this charts program. When they went to charts 8 here within the last few months, they touted a weather overlay. Now, we don't have weather out here, so it doesn't help to show it, except I'll turn it on. See if there's anything over here in Europe. Oh, there's some. Get weather overlaid, so you can get an idea of what you're actually flying in. So I think that's, I was kind of looking to see, and that's really great idea they did. All right, so here we are coming to NARTA. Next up will be ROLAR. Hang on, we're going to back it up. Then LIDRO, and that's where we're going to stop. Okay, let's pull up LIDRO. So from LIDRO, we expect to see MA 536. There it is. First off, looking for any charts. Hey, Matt, 1997 Air, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Don't forget, everybody, exclamation mark ticket, by the way. Get you in the running for that gift card from Amazon. Okay, so from LIDRO to MA 536, no altitude restrictions, but MA 534 got to be at or above 4,000. So let's click the up arrow to go to the next one. It's not in there. So, oh yeah, it is. It's, oh, 7,500 is. Okay, so the restriction is in place. That's what we'll be at. Oh, sorry, back to planned. Okay, so that's what we'll be at in our descent. Pilm, you can see where it is at 3,000 feet. Or, I'm sorry, at or above 3,000. And clearance limit, IAF. We don't have the transition level yet here. So our initial, when we call in, we're at the initial approach fix at Pilm. PILIM. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, so let's go to the RNIP we're flying. An RNIP is an RNAV that is very specified down to very tight parameters, folks. Your ANIP, hang on, that should tell me here. RNIP should show 0.10 and the actual ANIP at the same or close to it. That's when we'll be able to use the decision heights. Okay, real quick looking at this chart. Across the top, your frequencies. Now, those of you who are frequent to flying with Mike know when you get Titus to use a program, it's only for the US, folks. I don't know the program for abroad. So that would be really nice. And folks, I'll be right back so the rest of everybody can get this arrival brief. We're in a commercial break right now. And real quick, while we're just about ready to wrap up the ads, subscribers to the channel, I just want to say thank you. You've done a lot for the channel without probably even knowing it yet, enjoying the ad-free environment. You have allowed us to purchase the Fearless 747. You've allowed us to purchase the ToLiss equipment that we have, and you've allowed us to get Atlanta, Philadelphia, St. Louis sceneries that you've seen in here. I just want to say thank you to the subscribers. And now as we're coming out of the ads, I want to say thank you to our followers. Hey, all of you combined, subscribers, followers, and including those that pop in, pop out. Hey, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. You've kept the stream, you helped keep me focused, and you've helped us to grow. And I really appreciate y'all. And that is what Viewer Appreciation Month is all about. Again, exclamation mark ticket, and you're in the running for the gift card that we plan to give away tomorrow's flight. It starts at 1600 Zulu. Do the math in your time zone. The stream may be a little earlier, but we're aiming for a definite start by 1600. All right, we were in the approach brief. We've done the star. Let's confirm what we have in the McDo for the arrival after we look at it. Okay, we were talking about Titus. The website I showed you all in mini streams is only good for the US. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get it abroad. Madeira approach, Madeira tower you have here. Okay, there's no frequency here. This is an RNAV approach. Even though I'm not sure if this is considered precision or not. I don't think so, but I could well be wrong on that, folks. This wasn't that I know of known when I used to fly back in the 80s. Final approach course will be 049. 522, we'll look at it here in a second. You have to be at 2,000 feet, irregardless. With an RNIP of 0.1, actually shows up here or there. Oh, hang on. Well, hello, Miss Ella. They're getting ready to cook some dinner. The junior co-pilot's on the deck. Cover the switches, folks. Oh, she, like I said, folks, if I could figure out how to bottle that energy of a 2-year-old and sell it, oh my gosh. And we all, grandparents, say that. We'd make millions. Who needs an energy drink with all that energy? Or in my case, coffee. But anyway, so we'll refer to this when we get to the bottom of the page here. Airport elevation and the runway. Madeira is on a slope, and you have... You think I should close my door? Okay. Oh my gosh, she is... and as I know, she gets older, she's going to get quicker and quicker and be like a little ninja. Zing, 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 over here, down over here. Oh, you got to love grandkids. For those of you who are parents now, just realize you will, at one time, hopefully, with God's grace, have grandkids of your own, and you'll know the joy of them. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, there is a slope here, folks. In X-Plane 11, I found you got to get on those brakes and chocks quickly because planes can come backwards. You got to be real quick. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. I haven't been into here on X-Plane 12, so I don't know. There's our missed approach procedure. You'll see it diagrammed here in a second. And here's our altitudes. You see are with the HEPA altimeter setting. Runway elevation is 5 HPA, and transition is set by ATC, but the altitude is 5,000 feet. Okay, here's the meat and potatoes. You know what? Let's go a little bit more. There we go. All right, so from PILM, that's where we left off. We're going to go to MA530, 2,000 feet, and MA522 right here is mandatory we be at 2,000 feet and 160. As you can see, coming down at or above 2,000. We're going to be aiming for 2,000 after PILM. Okay, and should be there most of this ride around. Also at 526, right, you can see that up there, 195 speed. So let's go back, see what we got here. 530 and 522. That's good. Maximum 150, so we're good. Okay, 520. Then 504. 502. Folks, we are so close at 502, we'll be touching down very quickly. Okay, and then here's, like I said, the missed approach. Basically 552 to 554 to Monek. And the procedure is to hold at Monek 3,000 feet. Maximum of 230 knots. Okay. So that's the meat and potatoes. Here's the vertical profile real quick, folks. So from 526, which is right here, we start that sweeping turn and slowing the beastie down to make the approach. Gear, I might put the gear, I'm going to consider that base to final or turning base. So we'll put the gear down. We'll make sure we're going to full flaps. So when we roll out, we're right on the runway. You can see why it's done this way, folks. The runway would run you right into some high terrain right here, so they kick you in like that. You can see speeds here, wind limitations, 2 minutes means a value, you know, so you can just see all of they give you a lot of stuff here, folks. 2,900 feet is our minimum safe altitude around here. We're obviously below it for the runway. Okay, now this chart here is important because what happens if we don't have the glide path? Now, believe it or not, an RNIP usually has a glide path. Maybe not selectable by going to approach mode, but it's there for you to monitor. But let's say it's not there. What do we do then, Batman? Very simple. Okay, to maintain that 3-degree glide slope, we need to, at 130 knots, be at around 700 feet a minute. You maintain that roughly, and you're going to come right around on a 3-degree glide path and should be fine for the runway. That's how this works by ground speed. Then we're going to be looking for high approach lighting systems, which means we'll have some bars and mixed with some strobing in the middle. Pappies will be on both sides of the runway. And again, this is just a depiction of the climb out to 3,000 while turning to MA 50 and then on to our hold point. Here's our minimums for today, 520 feet. So if we have a weather report with weather below 500, guess what? We're not coming in. Probably not taking off either. And we're required to have 1,700 meters for the visual. We don't have any of that, folks, and it's all below that on METAR. Guess what? We go. We just divert. Now, if we're close, we might shoot the approach and see if we see it all. But be prepared. You're ready for a missed approach if you don't see it. Below 520 MSL, below 374 feet AGL. And then this tells you if you're doing a straight in and if your RDIPs are different than 0.10. All right, there's the charting portion, folks. Sorry for things going a little slow here right now. Don't know why. Could just be because the internet's just swamped. It is early evening here in where I live, so maybe it's just swamped and bandwidth is, tough to get. I don't know. All right. Okay, so we know the charts are good. Okay, this activate approach we'll do once we're controlling speeds here. If you don't, you'll slow to 151 and drag it all the way. Yeah. All right, so let's get ready to fill. Well, we'll fill this in once we're about 80 miles out. So where are we in relation now? We're getting very close, 139. Speaking of which, let's figure that up. Are you kidding me? I have a center? All right, well, they're going to have to wait because I've got to figure out my landing, so. All right, reversers on, low. We're going to go medium braking, 8,300 foot runway. Compute. Uh-oh, we're overweight. well, we'll have to reset that. All right. I've never had that before say that. All right, before they get too moany and groany with me. All right, let's plug those values in real quick because who knows how long it'll take. And I've been really pushed. 350 at 5. What the heck do they call themselves? I'll tell you what they call themselves, this. Center Air Portugal 241 with you. We're flight level 370.
Air Portugal 241, hello, Eurocontrol squawk 0601.
0601 241.
Portugal 241, Eurocontrol radar contact flight level 370, and the car was ready for descent.
Understand, call for descent, Air Portugal 241. All right, so let's get this box set up. Actually, we'll start again.
Papa, hello, Eurocontrol squawk 0603.
K05 wind. I think we're pretty good. 350 at 5. Is that showing up down here? 290? No, it's different. Okay, so 290. 22 degrees.
X21 Papa, Eurocontrol radar contact flight level 400, car well ready for descent. Call when ready, Channel X21 Papa.
I wish I could put that in. Anti-ice off. Still showing overweight. I will have to investigate, folks, real quick. Landing weight estimated 145. Let's put that in there. We'll do it this way. 1457. There we go. All right, so as you can see now we got
India Alpha 708, hello, Eurocontrol squawk 0604.
okay, so you can see we're okay now. This is what we're gonna need, and this is our margin.
Squawk 0604.
Okay. And what's our distance now? Still good. All right, so next. And you can use to a point. There's one field you got to get from the METAR 1022.
India Alpha 708 is Eurocontrol radar contact climb flight level 290.
Temp 22. Okay, and then winds. You are 350 at 5, right? No. 350 at 5. And folks, you can update this as you go. I wanted to get to this field right here. Now we should have the chart still up. No, we don't. Okay. Let me get the chart back up. So this is where you put in this bottom half. Okay, so for the baro, that's what I look here. For the radio, there's your radio altimeter or radar altimeter. That'll be the number Hang on, folks. I can't see what I'm looking at here. Okay, there we go. There we go. So it'll be right here. So baro is what you read here. Radar altimeter you read here. By the way, folks, they're exactly the same height. 374 feet. It's just how you measure it. This is above sea level. This is above the ground. So I'm just going to put in 520. Under baro. You can't put the radio in. It'll just switch it. Again, it's the same value, just how it's measured. And then we'll click perf. Do not click activate until you're under the speed control. Remember that, folks. Okay, that's good. All right, with us this close, I'm going to do a second system check. As we're getting ready for top of descent. Temperatures will look a lot better back in the cabin now. And technically I can control that too, folks. Like you do in the Zebo. Okay, status normal, good. Alright, we're good. Get rid of this. Alright, checklist items. Okay, landing elevation. First off, we are now 80 miles out. Landing elevation's right there. Auto. Arrivals are in. McDo performance is set. We're going to put the winds in. So we're going to go to data. Function. Now this will print the wind data. I want to go and download it. It's downloading and uplinking it right now. Okay. And then I can also from ATC, McDo menu, sorry, ATSU, AOC menu, pick up the weather. Okay, once I get the triangle or the asterisk back, go back here, go to received, 1400, 1400, take a look at it. If I want to print it, I can. I don't really see a need to because you can't ever, unless the loose nut behind the stick. And there you got the weather right there as well, folks. But if I print it, it will print right there. Oh, it did.
Connects to 1 Papa, ready for Channels 2-1 Papa, Roger, descent flight 250.
And there they are stored, but you can't, I can't seem to get them to read. So there you go, 350, there's our alternate. All right, so there you go, folks. All right, we're set and we're back on performance. Okay, we're back there, we're good. We're about 60 miles out, so we're ready to go, folks. I have no idea what airspace this guy has. And oh, there we go. Oh, so when we drop below 24,000, we're on our own. Great. Okay, well, I'll give them, that's great when you're at this level, but okay, folks, we are about ready to make our descent. We got 50 miles. Hope y'all are ready. And with that, I will be right back. All right, folks, my apologies for that quick break. Just wanted to check in with the CEO, my status. And I think at the end of this song, I may pause everything. Not the sim. The music. So we're able to descend. But your folks, you're seeing it all. La Palma still, I mean, you saw the weather, folks. It's just down right here. We'll look at it again. The neat thing is the METAR's right there. And here's the fun thing. If you go here, come back, if there was an update, it would have updated. Actually, it could have. Just looked at it. And it will update that way, and then you can check your weather here. So compute, everything's good. Looking at an approach speed of 137. So aircraft is, remember, 181 souls, so it's a bit on the, you know,
1025, hello, Eurocontrol, squawk 0605.
it is a little bit on the heavy side. Within tolerance and limits, it's just 181 people plus bags. It brings it right up.
X21 Papa for further descent, Unicon 122, that's 905 ATC available, radar survey, then Millennium, good night.
Who was that for?
Further descent is with Unicon for X21 Papa, thanks very much, good night.
And what I'm going to do, folks, I think here at ROLAR,
25 Eurocontrol radar contact, flight 370.
I'm going to start thinking about setting up for my descent. Let's get our altitudes in. 3,000. A correction. 4,000's our first. Oh, I meant to catch that. Well, we got a little bit of time, so. Got myself distracted there, folks. Ooh, what I want to do. it's just not adding it. Okay, no big deal. Okay, now per the checklist I have here, at 20 miles before top of descent, altitude set and actually started. I'm gonna, like I said, wait till we cross ROLAR in 5 miles, and then I'm gonna call for my clearance to descend. And then once he says I'm cleared, push it, and we'll go into managed and see what we need to do, if we need to go into open or not. Difference is managed, it's flying what's programmed to those levels at each of the fixes. Open means you, that loose nut behind the wheel or behind the stick, are controlling it. Center Air Portugal 241, we're ready to descend per the LIDRO 1 Papa.
Portugal 241, Roger, descend flight level 250.
Down to 250, Air Portugal 241. That's when we clear his airspace. Down we go. All right, speed brakes half if we need them, and we'll set the QNH at, I forgot the altitude. I think it was 5,000, or was it 4,000? 5,000. That doesn't have transition on it, does it? Nope. But I do know. Okay. Now we get a little closer, I'll switch in. Next phase, 5,000. Okay, it is set. All right, folks, got it this time. So the music is halted. All right, so we are descending for our approach. Now, you're probably scratching your head going, why are you only doing 1,000 feet a minute? Now, when you're in a managed descent, you show both gauges. That squiggly line shows where your plane image will meet up to that computed descent angle. Why they tell you to start 20 back, I don't know. Also, you see this little green, it's half a dot, but it's the wrong way. It will come down and go here to here. When it's in between there, it comes down right now. When it gets between here and here, it'll start, you can see it's already beginning to steepen. You're in that sweet spot for the descent, and it does its best to maintain it. Think of it this way, Boeing heads. When you start your descent, you know you have that little graph right here telling you how you are with the descent approach, plus your RNIP and ANIP. Same thing, just a little green dot over here. Exact same thing. And folks, those of you just popping in, popping out, and missed some of this, if you want to see this flight in its entirety, head over to our YouTube channel. Hasn't come up here in a while, so hang on. And check it out. A bunch of video, folks, every video we've put up there, I think we're up to like 350 or 60 videos. Check them out, folks. It's every flight we've flown in their entirety, not edited, because that loose nut here doesn't know how to edit them. And you can enjoy, critique, correct, or just sit back and enjoy with a lot of popcorn. Because our flight to Tokyo a couple weeks ago is up there in its entirety. 7 hours, 8 hour stream. As will this flight and Kitech tomorrow. So yeah, feel free to head over there, like it, subscribe. We'd love to have you over there as well. If you're over here first time or bouncing in and out, hey, we'd love you to click follow. Be a part of the Flying with Mike. That way you know when we're going to be online with an email notification saying, hey, Flying with Mike's coming online between this point and this point, flying this plane. So, last announcement, and I'll quiet down for y'all. Exclamation mark ticket. I'm sorry, 2 announcements. Exclamation mark ticket will get you in the running for the gift card giveaway tomorrow's flight from Narita to Kitech. It's a gift card and from Amazon. And put your name in. You can put it in today and tomorrow. And feel free. We're looking forward.
241 for further descent, Unicom 122.9 on further ATC available. Radar 7 at MBA.
Hang on a second. Air Portugal 241 to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great night.
Goodbye.
Oi. Oh, some of them crack me up. Oh, hang on. It's in an open descent right now. Now it's going to drop. All right, and she's starting down. But anyway, like I was saying, exclamation mark ticket for the Amazon gift card giveaway tomorrow's flight. You do not have to be present in the flight to win it. I'll get your information here, message you, and we'll figure out how to get it to you. The last announcement is, folks, follow my lead here if you're so inclined. If you would like to try to make a prediction of what you think the landing will be, it's exclamation mark predict space and a negative number. Always love to see if people join in. There's no gifts or anything for it. Just see who can get the closest. I put myself in it, see if I even have it get close. Sometimes I do. This one could be fun, being a heavy aircraft coming in. So we could float. So we'll see. That means all the more that I need to be on top of my speeds before we really start the descent in. All right, folks, we'll just kind of quiet up a little bit as we begin the star. LIDRO, I think it was. Let me see. LIDRO, 1 Papa. We are just turning onto it for Madeira. Starting to see those clouds that I talked about. Really done a great job. And y'all are going, well, that's not what they look like. Actually, they're pretty close. I was actually in your camp before last November, December time frame. Me and the wife took a trip to Arizona, flew out, flew back. Folks, the clouds were pretty close. They kind of freaked me out. I'm like, oh, they are kind of like that. So, good job, Laminar. Looking forward to trying out 06 and seeing what little surprises you have with them. Again, this is X-Plane 12 flying the ToLiss A320-251. We'll be right back. All right, we're in a commercial break right now, so most of the viewers are not able to hear me. But those of you that can, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being taking that next step to help us out. And, aircraft we're able to get and sceneries we're starting to add. Although I'm finding out that most airports you really don't need to add them. They come in, they're pretty good. Right up. I mean, it's rare in a sim that your default airports look pretty close to the real one. Again, to Laminar, I say thank you. But to you all, the subscribers, thank you for coming alongside and helping us to be able to buy the Fearless 747 for tomorrow's flight, the ToLiss aircraft, the 727 we flew a couple days ago. So thank you so much. It means the world. And just the support. So thank you again. All right, we're starting to see some of the islands. So in this little area, it's kind of bizarre to look at on a map, these little clusters of islands as you know, they're pretty far apart in some places. But that's not our island. Not even sure which one that is. Nope. Oh, I thought somebody... Nope, I guess not. Okay. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Alright, but anyway, folks, we're descending in. Let's see where we're at in the descent. Oh, we're through 11,000, so it's about time to pull up the speed brakes and slow the beastie down. Matter of fact, I'm taking control of the speed. Interesting thing for those who love the Concorde. See a question out there to y'all. I've actually, DB Vetter, by the way, answered via YouTube. Correct answer to a question about the 727 a couple days ago. On the Concorde, how do they slow down from Mach 2 or, yeah, Mach 2, I think they're at, to once they get into the transonic areas and then even slow down from there. Be looking for your answer in chat or in chat in YouTube. Oh, we're already there. Cool. Speed brakes off. We don't need to arm them yet. Okay. 10,000 feet. Guess what? Landing lights on. Here we go. I had the landing or taxi light on the whole time. Good thing is when it's in the bays, folks, it's turns off. There's like a micro switch that'll turn them off so they're not burning while they're inside the well. All right, so here we go.
10,000
for Madeira. Got a little ways to go to set transition. Go ahead and set 3,000. I am going to actually go into managed, I'm sorry, open, and steepen our descent. Okay, Pelm will be 230. So when we cross this one, 534. Is at or above 4,000? We definitely have that. And then at or above 3,000. And I just got a notice on the FMC 230. Also going to click L, landing systems on. Okay, and dial down. And pop speed brakes again. Okay, we're going full again. I'll be doggone. I don't know, folks, if you knew this. Where you see my arrow, that controls the lighting on the autopilot. I did not know that. I don't even know where I picked that up at, folks, but okay, there's 240 again. Transition and double checking. $10.22. Okay, 5:30. Okay, we're making that turn at Pelm. We're at 3,000, which is perfect. We got the speed. And we can kill the speed brake. All right, there is the island, folks, we're headed to. Let's go ahead and bring it down to 2. All right, RNIP has us down to 195, so we may be, let's check our do. I'm going to go ahead. We're under speed control. Activate, execute. Okay, let's slow up more to 200.
2,500.
Okay. Let's go ahead and throw a notch of flaps in. Right out there's the airport, folks. And yeah, we're going to turn inside that hill, so that gives you an idea of what's coming. So from 526 to 522, 2,000 feet, then we start our descent to... Alright, we're about ready to here in a minute. Let's go ahead and drop this to 10. Madeira traffic, Air Portugal 241 turning base
Gear
for
down.
runway 5, Madeira. Okay, we're going to come down to 140. Flaps 3. Arm up. Okay. Medium on the brakes, brake fans on. Arm the spoilers. Take us down.
Speed, speed, speed.
Okay, gears down, flaps full. Madeira traffic, Air Portugal 241, base to final, runway 5. That or I got it totally wrong. We're runway 5. Well, hello, Miss Junior Co-Pilot. As we're getting ready to land, would you please make sure our landing lights are on? And here we go. Autopilot's coming off. We got it from here. He says cautiously. Got a Ryanair. Okay, we're coming around, folks. And Madeira traffic, Air Portugal 241's final 5. Okay, flaps, gear, fuel set. Here we go. Final descent. Kind of looks the same as X-Plane 11, just a little better scenery. Can't pick up the Pappies yet.
100 above. 500.
500.
Minimum.
Sink rate.
400.
400.
Sink rate.
300.
300.
200.
200.
Speed, speed, speed. 100.
40. 30.
50,
20.
30,
10.
20. Retard. 10. 5.
I see the duck, Miss Co-Pilot. You know this is supposed to be a sterile cockpit. All right, folks, welcome to Madeira. Okay, we got a taxiway up here we'll use to vacate. I don't know what we landed at. We'll look at it when we get parked. But you can see the sloping here. Now, folks, in real world, I don't know if it looks that way in X-Plane. This section of the runway after the turnoff at Bravo is actually like a bridge. I've seen the pictures. I don't know how well it's modeled that way or what. So, definitely landed early. So we'll kind of see how things are. Well, the thought that I would float didn't happen. There you can see, folks, we're on the slope, downhill, it's speeding up, and it's kind of a pain in the rump sometimes. Hold on a second, I gotta clean us up here, but announce. Madeira traffic, Air Portugal 241's clear, Bravo at Madeira. Now, if you had the strobes in auto, they would have turned off. I have no idea where I want to park, folks. But you see how it's sloped? That's why you got to be real careful here. Flaps open. Start. Alright, radar's off, ground spoilers down. Transponder up one. We'll take A11. What the heck? Quick, get these taxiway lights off. Downhill. Alright, brakes are hot, so Let's get those chocks out under this plane real quick. Okay. I'm a little less concerned. All right, we're shut down. And get that, get this. Be gone. All right, folks, welcome into Madeira. I just want to make sure we are not budging. Okay. All right, welcome in, folks. Hope you enjoyed. We're getting ready to go into an ad, it looks like, so hopefully we'll get through this kind of quick. At least this time, subscribers, it waited till we got on the ground. Wow. This is what you got to be careful of here, folks. I don't know if in the real world it's sloped this badly, but yeah, that's pretty bad. Aren't the thingamajiggers out here yet? I know why. Beacons and seatbelts are on. All right. I need to also get the staircase going. Okay, now how do you do that? You all may not. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not to that point. Okay. Stairs, stairs. Gotta give it to them. Even the jack stands to hold it in place there, folks, go down. They look at everything, folks. They really do here at ToLiss. Really great job with the animations. All right, now we've got that all working. Okay, so let's take a look. We're still in a commercial break here on my computer for 14 more seconds. But there you have it, folks. We're on the ground here. Catastrophic. Uh-oh. Oh, M3 tally, welcome in. Wow, 233 feet a minute was recorded. That's not bad for Madeira, at least for me. There it is from the tower. I love this. Oh, like I said, I've never been, never even knew of this place till a couple of streamers went in there. It's kind of fun though. It's a fun approach, folks. It's a little challenging. So be ready for that. All right, let's break it down, shall we? Report. Okay, I think it's filed. Unload. Edit. Get rid of. Okay, and get rid of that. All right, so let me bring some toolkit in. Kind of critique this a little bit here. Was the only one that made an attempted guess. M3 tally, catastrophic. Yes, it looks good to me. Let's take a look though in reality what it did. Okay, get some details. All right, 1 hour and 41 minutes. Guess what? That's what the flight time and sim brief said. 521 miles. Don't know if those matched up, and we burned 3,700-ish kilos of fuel. G-force on the landing. We woke the passengers up so they could go enjoy the beach here. 1.7 Gs, but at 233 feet a minute. Maybe a bounce. We'll find out if it'll let us do the rewinds. And we landed at 134. Not bad. I am expecting a short landing. And boy, did I land. I'm in trouble. Landed before the threshold. Dang it. Yeah, no, I got to turn some things off. All right, so here you have it, folks. Madeira Airport. Threshold where you're supposed to land at is a blue dot. We're a little bit in that threshold we shouldn't have been. But, you know, those things do happen. 500 feet is each of these hash marks to give you an idea where you are. Landing zone ends right there. So somewhere between the threshold and there is where you're supposed to land. Well, you know, we were 15 feet from it. See, tried. And 25 feet right. Again, runway's wide enough. I'm not going to concern myself too much with that, but the distance I am. So, fair landing. So you can see, you can't even get an image of that sloping here. I wonder if I'd have parked here, if it's not as bad. Oh well, we won't know. All right, so let's get some toolkit out of here. Let's button it up. Okay. And they're slowly closing up. What I'm doing is just watching up here as the doors close up. Same thing here. Got to first wait for the staircases to the door to close and then the staircase to do its thing. I may have to close the front one. Yeah, I think so. There we go. And then the only other thing I do to try to, every now and then it likes to crash the desktop. We'll see if we can get this to replay. That is probably the biggest selling point to me in learning how to fly in X-Plane, because the dynamics here are more real to me than ever put forth by Microsoft. And this is how I learned how to looked at those numbers on Sim Toolkit once I got that program, and then translated it in these replays. All right, so let's get rid of the chocks now, and hopefully she doesn't start rolling. Which she would have. Okay, parking brake set. Chocks removed. Correct? Yes. Light. Oh yeah, make sure you disconnect from your client, because otherwise it'll automatically disconnect you. Oops. All right, so here we go. We gotta find out where I am. A little further back. Perfect. Maestro, can we get some good music here? Let's go with this one. Kind of like watching it from the tail in the beginning. See how we do on the approach. switch over here so I can try and get even with the pappies. Okay, we're drifting low. We were perfect right there, and then we started to lower down. See how they went for red, you're dead? See it. Oh, how bad it really was. Come on, give me back. That was right on the threshold line, folks. Hey, not going to complain. Folks, it's, you know, hey. Let's look at it from this vantage point.
Speed, 150, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5,
Oh,
10, 20, 50, 300, minimum.
kind of watch it come in the approach here. Okay, folks, get ready for a screenshot. Just giving you a heads up. Screenshots. Who's that guy out there on the runway like that? Honker? Look at that, folks. Ah, off the center line, but right on the threshold. Wow. One more time for y'all, in case you missed it. I want to say this might be better than Skathos. Just a little bit higher above. One more time. Let's look at it from inside. Look at that scenery, folks. Wow. And there won't be scenery out this way, other than the other island out there. That seemed a little harder than 230. But hey, folks, we'll take it. What a great flight into here. One more look at it as it comes in on approach.
Hundred above.
Sync rate.
Alright, we're on last approach, folks, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. See how the tower looks. Who put that? Somebody go move that building. Hey, couldn't tell. It looked like a great landing. Give that pilot a Michelob. Alright, folks, that's a great stream today. Fun times. Madeira is always a fun approach, folks. I've got to work on the settings for the nose gear and all, so it's not as touchy. But let's come out of this and put those chocks in real quick. All right, folks, we got everything wind up in here. All right, we're on electrical power, and you know what? Let's go ahead and call it quits. Folks, I want to thank you again for flying with Mike, and really a fun time here today. All right, so we're on, off, and chocks are in place. Brakes have cooled. And folks, again, thank you so much for your patience with me today and getting the stream going. A lot of stuff going on. Real quick recap on that. What happened, folks, is our daughter called, said they needed us to watch her today and mostly tomorrow for that matter. So we got her tonight, watching her tomorrow, and they'll pick them up tomorrow. The junior co-pilot is in the house, and that's where the delay came in, because we had another issue going on that I may have had to take care of, and I didn't want to cut the stream, leave it hanging until I got that accomplished. So again, thank you for your patience with us today. Tomorrow's start time 1600. Narita, be there. It's a group flight if you can. I know it's during the week. Get the best we can. But it's the last flight of Viewer Appreciation Month. And what that means is that's your last chance, exclamation mark ticket, right now and tomorrow's flight until the raffle. We're giving away a gift card as our way to say thank you. Thank you so much for all of you who join us on these streams, join us in flight. Oh my gosh, I thought that bus went off the cliff. Holy mackerel. But anyway, we thank you so much. And it'll be my honor to award that gift card tomorrow. So again, thank you so much for being a part of Flying with Mike. And God bless you all. And we will do our best to be up, ready, and flying tomorrow. Stream starts 1600 Zulu, and we're leaving Narita for Kaitak. So I figured this would have been a good way to end it too. So, all right, folks. Well, you all have a great night. God bless you all. Let me see if there is a good stream to hand this off to. I think so. I'm going to hand you over to Jump Street. I don't think I've done a raid over to his. So let me get some out music going. And bid you all farewell till 1600 tomorrow Zulu. Do the math for your time zone, and we'll see you then. We'll get this raided over to Jump Street here shortly. God bless you all. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.